I gripped my metal detector tightly as I stepped into the shadowed entrance of those forgotten World War II bunkers, hidden deep in the rugged hills of Normandy. The air was thick with the musty scent of history, and every crunch of gravel under my boots echoed like a whisper from the past. What secrets lay buried here, waiting to be unearthed? My heart raced with anticipation, metal detecting. In these wartime relics promised explosive finds that could rewrite personal stories from the greatest conflict the world had ever seen. As the first beep pierced the silence, I knew this adventure would uncover treasures far beyond mere metal. Swinging the detector slowly over the damp concrete floor, I felt a strong signal vibrate through the handle. Digging carefully with my trowel, I unearthed a tarnished silver medal, its edges worn but the inscription clear, a Croix de Guerre from the French Resistance. This award, given to soldiers and civilians for acts of bravery during the occupation, symbolized the unyielding spirit against tyranny. Valued at thousands today by collectors, it carried the weight of lives saved in clandestine operations, a tangible link to the heroes who fought in the shadows of these very bunkers. Deeper into the labyrinth of corridors, where faint light filtered through cracked vents, another alert buzzed insistently. Beneath a layer of rubble, I pulled out a set of brass dog tags, stamped with a soldier's name, blood type, and serial number from the U.S. Army's 101st Airborne Division. These identification tags, essential for battlefield accountability, often held the last traces of fallen paratroopers who dropped into enemy territory on D-Day. Their historical significance lies in personalizing the massive scale of the war, with museum pieces fetching high prices for their direct connection to pivotal invasions. As I navigated a narrow passageway lined with rusted rebar, the detector screamed with a high-pitched tone. My shovel revealed a cluster of aluminum ration cans, still sealed and marked with Allied supply codes from 1944. These containers, part of the K-ration packs designed by the U.S. military for quick nutrition in combat zones, revolutionized field logistics and sustained troops through grueling campaigns. Collectors prized them for their role in sustaining the war effort, often valuing intact examples at hundreds of dollars due to their insight into wartime innovation and endurance. Venturing into a larger chamber that once housed artillery supplies, a steady signal led me to a buried helmet liner fragment, etched with unit insignia from the British 8th Army. This piece, from the iconic tin hats that protected soldiers across European theaters, embodied the evolution of protective gear from World War I designs. Its historical value stems from representing the multinational coalition that turned the tide against Axis forces, with rare variants commanding premium auction prices for their ties to specific battles like El Alamein. The detector's coil hovered over a mound of earth near a collapsed wall, and soon I was holding a gold-plated officer's insignia pin, shaped like an eagle from the American forces. Worn on uniforms to denote rank, these badges were symbols of leadership in operations that liberated Europe. They hold immense educational value by illustrating the hierarchy and morale-boosting elements of military structure, often appraised at over $1,000 for their scarcity and direct association with decorated commanders. In a side alcove shrouded in cobwebs, another find emerged, a collection of copper uniform buttons from U.S. infantry coats, stamped with the Great Seal. These fasteners, mass-produced yet durable, were crucial for maintaining troop appearance and functionality in harsh conditions. Their worth lies in chronicling the industrial might behind the Allies' victory, with sets valued highly by historians for detailing uniform evolution during the war. Pushing further into the bunker complex where the air grew cooler and more stagnant, the device pinpointed something substantial. After careful excavation, I lifted a steel canteen. Engraved with a GI's initials and dated 1943, this vessel, standard issue for hydration on long marches, highlighted the everyday struggles of soldiers far from home. Priced at several hundred in preserved condition, it educates on the human side of warfare, reminding us of the personal touches that made mass mobilization bearable. The next signal came from beneath a pile of decayed sandbags in what seemed like a command post. There, I discovered a bronze map case clip, part of navigation tools used by officers to plot strategies during the Normandy breakout. Though small, it represented the precision planning that outmaneuvered defenses, with similar artifacts and collections emphasizing tactical genius. Valued for their rarity, they fetch impressive sums, drawing interest from those keen on the intellectual battles waged alongside the physical ones. As I swept the detector one last time across the floor of what must have been the main command room, a deafening signal jolt through the headphones, stronger than anything I'd encountered all day. My hands trembled slightly as I knelt down and began scraping away layers of compacted dirt and concrete dust. After several careful minutes, the edge of something large and metallic emerged. I brushed it clean and froze. It was an intact, beautifully preserved Allied field telephone from 1944, complete with its original Bakelite handset, coiled cord, and crisp U.S. Army markings. These devices were the lifeline of battlefield communication, connecting forward observers to artillery units and headquarters during the chaos of D-Day and the push inland. This one, remarkably free of major damage, represented a rare survivor of the electronic backbone that coordinated the liberation of Europe. In the collector world, examples in this condition can easily reach 5 figures or more, but its true value lies in the countless lives it helped save by relaying critical orders at pivotal moments. I sat back on my heels, staring at the telephone in the dim light filtering through the bunker slits, feeling the weight of history settle over me like a blanket. This wasn't just another find, it was the kind of explosive discovery that makes every muddy hour and every false signal worth it. Holding something that once carried urgent voices across shell-torn fields felt like touching the very pulse of the war itself. I carefully wrapped it in foam and tucked it into my pack, already imagining the stories it could tell in a museum display or a dedicated collector's cabinet. Thanks so much for coming along on this adventure with me through these forgotten World War II bunkers. I hope you enjoyed hearing about every beep, every dig, and every piece of the past we brought back to light today. Drop a comment below and let me know which object was your favorite find. The Croix de Guerre, the dog tags, the ration cans, the helmet liner, the officer's insignia, the uniform buttons, the canteen, the map case clip, or this incredible field telephone. If you love this kind of treasure hunting story, make sure to join the channel by hitting that subscribe button, turning on the notification bell so you never miss an upload, and giving this video a thumbs up. Your support keeps these explorations going and helps share more hidden history with everyone. Until the next hunt, stay curious, stay safe, and I'll see you out there.